program to count total positive numbers, negative numbers and zeros in a given set of n numbers. Now, in the previous code, what we did was we added the values of given n numbers. Now, rather than doing an operation called as adding, why don't we now make a count? I'll have a set of n numbers, and in those n numbers, I should identify how many numbers are say positive, how many numbers are negative, how many numbers are zero. Right? As usual, when I say an array code will have two parts. First, I have to read the length. Let me say length as a n. Assume that the user says n equals 7. Now, I have to declare an array which will store these 7 numbers. Let me take some 7 numbers for your case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me expand one more location. These are 7 locations. Now, the user will enter some numbers. I have to read the numbers. First read the count, then read the numbers. Make sure that your array is declared with a size more than n. Say 12, minus 2, 5, 0, 1, 0, minus 3. If I enter these numbers, my program should now count how many of these numbers are positive numbers, are negative numbers, are 0. And finally, I'm supposed to give a count that these many numbers are zeros, these many numbers are positive, these many numbers are negative. For that, why don't we use counters now? You can take counters called as C1, C2, C3, N1, N2, N3, or I'll use counters as X, Y, Z. Whenever you use a counter concept in any program, not just arrays, a counter program should always have initial value of the counter as 0. Let's set X as 0. Now start scanning this particular entire array from the first till the last element. How do I scan? Simple. For I equals 0, I less than or equal to n minus 1, I plus plus. Go with this element. Check whether this element is positive, negative or 0. Depending on the place where it is caught, just check that A is either 12 or minus or 0. So, A of I greater than 0. If true, then X is incremented to next value. So, in this case, 12 is greater than 0, hence X is incremented. So, in that case, Y and Z are not incremented. Come back for the next example, next number. Is minus 2 greater than 0? Is it a positive number? No. Then check. Is minus 2 a negative number? Yes, minus 2 is a negative number. Increase this particular Y. Once a counter is incremented, don't do any operation further. So if you want to skip further operations, you have to use a if-else structure. So again, count 5. 5, is it greater than 0? True. Positive number. 0, next value. Is 0 greater than 0? No. Is 0 less than 0? No. If it is neither positive nor negative, it means it has to be a 0 number. So Z is increased to 1. Come back with next value. Again 1. 1, is it greater than 0? True. It has been caught in the first instant, positive number. 0, is it equal to 0? Is it greater than 0? No. Is it less than 0? No. It means that it is a 0 value. Minus 3, is it greater than 0? No. Minus 3, is it less than 0? True. Change the value of Y to 2. So in this entire stuff, it says that there are 3 positive numbers, 2 negative numbers and 2 zeros. Right? So whenever it is a counter program, always make sure that you use some counter variables, set them as 0. Let me show this particular code for you. The one which I spoke, all the stuffs have been stated in this particular example. So declare an array with A of 50. Now irrespective of its use, I had to go for 50 locations because array is static. I'll believe that the user is going to have a requirement less than 50 numbers. Then how many numbers? Read the length. Ask the user to enter the numbers. Once the user says enter numbers, read it using a for loop and a scanf. Then set the counters as 0. Operate A of I greater than 0, true, X plus plus. If not, A of I less than 0, true, Y plus plus. If not, Z plus plus. And finally, I'm supposed to display the counter variables X, Y, Z at this place. So this is how we use the counter variable concepts along with these arrays. So here, your array elements are not modified, but your array elements are under a test by using this particular condition called as if A of I greater than 0, if A of I less than 0. And then these counter variable concept has been stated in this particular code. You can take up some random number of your choice and even trace the entire code. Go it step by step. Write some values, take some length, write some numbers, and then go with the operations. Definitely, you'll understand it much more better with the example. Thank you.